Hello, everybody. Welcome again. Now we're going to do Chapter 7, Section 4, percents. Our objectives. We're going to learn how to convert from fractions to decimals. We've done that already. And then into percents. And then from percents to decimals and fractions and back and forth. Then we're going to get proportional relationships to solve percent problems. We're going to see what proportional means. Then we're going to solve discount interest, compound interest, and percent increase decreasing problems. And then we're going to talk about some strategies, how you do this stuff in your head really quick. So if you get percent, it's actually two words. Percent. It means of 100. And we use a symbol that. So basically all it means is we have 35%. So that's 35 of 100, which means 35 over 100. Since it's over 100, that means we move the decimal 2 spaces. So the decimal's after the last number, it equals 0.35. So to convert a percent to a decimal, move the decimal 2 spaces to the left. So here we're converting from percent to decimal. So if we had a number and a percent, drop the percent and move the decimal 2 to the left. So to convert from a decimal to a percent, move the decimal 2 spaces to the right. And place a percent symbol after the number. So these are your conversion rules. When you convert from percent to decimal, move the decimal 2 spaces to the left and drop the percent. So if we have number dot percent, get rid of that and move it 2 to the left, and you have decimal equivalent. Here's some examples. Convert to a percent. Make it 0.003. It's a decimal. We want it to be in a percent. So we have to move 2 to the left, to the right. So we have 0.3%. If we had 0.3, you convert it to a to a percent, move it 2 to the right. So it will be 30%. Infinite zeros. I mean, infinite threes. Again, you move it over 2 spaces. Put a percent. Now, we know what to convert this to a fraction. So in order to convert that to a fraction, we would do what we did earlier. 0.33, then 10n, 0.33. Subtract those two, 9n equals 3, n equals 1/3. So the answer would be that percent. $2.7. Move it 2 to the right. 1, 2. So put a 0 there. So it's 270%. And also very, very small numbers. Move it 2 to the right. 1, 2. So we have 0.1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. And then 5, 1. What is 1? This number is the same as 1.0. So you gotta move it over. So it's 100%. We have a finite, since this is a 2 or a 5, we know it's gonna be a finite decimal. So we work it out. Put it over here. I put it over here. 5 goes into 2. It doesn't. So I put a decimal. 5 goes into 24 times. So the answer is that's 0.4. To convert it to a percent, we got to move it over 2 spaces. So it's 40%. So that's the same way as we always will do it that way. All right, so far, so good. Let's go the other way. This is converting to a percent. Let's convert from percent to decimal. So it's 3%. Remember, what this means is 3 over 100. So that means we move it, since it's dividing it, we move it 2 decimal places. So it's decimal 0.3. Remember, 2 spaces left. .9%. Drop this, move it two to the left. So it's 0.079. Mm, 310%. Decimals here. So drop the percent sign, move it to the left. But since that last number is a 0, we don't need it anymore because there's nothing else behind it. So we'll just simply write 3.1. How about 100%? We just talked about one of those. Drop the percent, move it to the left. 1.00. Since these are all zeros, I don't need those. It's just 1. One fourth of a percent. What you have to do here first is convert that to a decimal. So if we make it 4 goes into 1. Doesn't, so I put a decimal. 4 goes into 10 twice. 2 times 4 is 8. 0. 4 goes into 25 times. So this is 0.25%. Drop the percent, move it to the left. So it's 0.025. Okay, here's another way of doing this one. Remember, the percent means over 100. So it's this number over 100. We convert that to decimals, which is 0.25. And since we're dividing by 100, move it to the left. Then we get the same answer. All right, so that's how you do those. Let's see what the next thing we have to do. Oh, let's look at word problems now. Whenever you see word problems, those are called applications. All right, so let's convert one of these examples. In a class of 30 students, 60% are girls. How many students are girls? How many are boys? Okay. There's a couple of ways we could look at this. You know, it's 60%. Convert that into, because you can't do math with percent, so we have to convert it to a decimal first. So move it over to the left. So that equals 0.6. So we know that of the 30 students, students. 0.6 are girls. So 30 times 0.6 equals the girls. Remember when we multiply decimals, we have 30 times 0.6. Whenever you multiply by decimals, get rid of the decimals. So we take out one, we move it one space. We have to put that space back in. So what we have now is 30 times 6. 6 times 0 is 3 times 6 is 18. Put this one space back. So 18 are girls. Since there are 30 students and 18 are girls, that means 12 are boys. Because girls plus boys has to equal 30. All right. Okay, here's another one. Skis at a sports store near Humphreys Summit are on sale for $476. If the original price was $560, what percent were they discounted? All right, so here are the steps. This is a discounted. Steps for discount. For a percent discount. Subtract the beginning price minus the sale price. We'll call that the difference. Divide the difference by the beginning price. And then multiply by 100 to get the percent. So step one, we have 560 minus 470 476. Or 15 minus 7 is 8, so it's $84. Take the beginning price No, I'm sorry. The difference, the difference is 84. 500, it has to be a decimal. I'll show you why also in a second. These two equal 0.15. Take 0.15 times 100, and that equals 15%. So they were discounted 15%. Now, the reason it has to be this way, because 84 is a small part of the total price. A percent is the part over the total times 100. That's the formula for a percent. All right, so when you're looking for percents, that's all you have to do. Yeah, we'll do some more application problems. I'll put that in a separate video. All right, so that pretty much does it for there.